Good evening. Sorry for the delay in starting. Had some problems scheduling the startup. Uh, this is TCM Wall Street Week with me. I'm going to review a few things about the theta wheel I talked about last week with Verizon. We'll do a little intro monologue. A few interesting things happened this week. Most interesting thing probably within the last day or so is Senator Feinstein passed away Thursday at age 90. Some people might joke that it shows the limits of prayers to Morlock and baby blood. However, I'm sure there's a number of people that are quite upset about it, especially Adam Schiff, because apparently the word on the street is he had hopes that he was going to be able to take Feinstein's Senate seat, but it looks like California Governor Newsom is probably going to put Barbara Lee into the seat, which means at the next election, then if Adam Schiff wants to run for it, he'd be facing an incumbent in a seat. It probably meaning that he probably would lose. So let's take a look at how. All right, the theta wheel was instituted, I believe, 2 weeks ago with a strike price around 33. So I'm going to assume that you're starting off with the money. You wrote your October 6th put with a strike price of 33 and you sold it for $1 per share. So on one contract, that would be $100 for every 3,300 you had sitting there. So right now, well, the stock's only 59 cents below. So if the stock had put to you, you'd still be ahead, because with a strike price at 30 with a premium of 1, effectively you'd be buying the stock at 32. So you probably, if you did write the puts, you're probably not going to have the stock put to you yet. Basically, I wouldn't expect it to happen until the stock goes below 32. One thing I'm going to look for is I'm just curious when the next dividends could be expected. Oh, ex-dividend date is the 6th. Well, again, another reason. So anybody who holds the stock into next Wednesday is going to get 67 cents per share. So unless the stock falls dramatically between now and Wednesday, no one's going to put any stock to you or to any put writer. They'll hold on to it and collect it, and maybe then afterwards. However, I would expect, since what will happen is before the open of the market on Wednesday, the price is going to get adjusted down by the 67 cents that will get paid out. So I probably would expect anyone who wrote an October 6th put contract for $1 premium, unless the stock goes up dramatically between now and then. When the stock resets on Wednesday, I would expect after that for it to get put to people, which is okay. You're still getting a bit of a deal on it. And let's know. And again, the stock's actually edging up to 8.2 yield. So you get to hold those shares. Well, again, you get to write some call options against it. But I'll go over that next Wednesday after the stock has dropped a little more. And again, so we're talking only about 1 month. Oh, it's actually been sliding all month. Yeah, let's see. Any news going on? I guess everybody's all excited about the 8% yield, so that should form a floor under the stock and hold it up. Again, it's not great always seeing the stock sliding like this, but again, for an 8% yield, it's worth the risk. Just looking at different charts. Let's see what else we got. I guess there was a vote yesterday on a continuing resolution for the budget, which I guess they did pass. So they're not gonna do a government shutdown, which kind of is pointless anyways, because they usually don't. Nothing permanent happens, and everybody gets paid whatever money they would have gotten had they been working. But I guess they were threatening a government shutdown. They were fighting over the funding for the Ukraine, which Zero Hedge is reporting. I guess Russia's calling up an additional 150,000 troops. And oil, I guess well, let me see. Trying to see if I can get Seeking Alpha to show me. Wait a minute. We go here. Crude oil 90. It's at $90 a barrel. This is with the SPR releases that we've been doing for over a year. Let's see, 5 years. Well, I guess it's been higher, so. I don't know. I guess let's take a look at a few other companies that I have a passing interest in. Oh, MHI. Nope, they stopped reporting. Oh, that's strange. They were a publisher of board games. They delisted several years ago and paid out the last of their money. Actually, for a while, people thought that they were dead because they had stopped renewing their corporate registration. But apparently, after a while, the son who took over from the father paid up the fees. Let's see. SGER. Sterling Energy Resources. Let's see. Uh-oh. They went through an interesting time. They got it stuffed to them just before the great financial crisis. In 2008, their bank, Columbia Bank, which they had a loan with, and all their operating capital at, went bust. So they had like $2 million in the bank, but only $250,000 of it was covered. They still had a positive net worth, but the company was so messed up due to lack of cash, they ended up doing a Chapter 11 and selling off enough assets to cover the shortfall. But then after that, things went from bad to worse. They ended up selling off their oil rights. And basically, the last I knew, they just were sitting on a pile of cash with nothing else for it. Let's see. Every once in a while, I ask for a copy of the annual report. Let me see if I could find one. Let's see. Let's see. Last time I asked for an annual report was July 27th, 2022, and I didn't get one. Well, let's take a little look. I have a copy of the annual report from 2018. So let's see. So their calendar year and fiscal year are the same. Calendar months and fiscal months are the same. So let's see. At the end of 2018, well, again, their equipment's all been depreciated down to zero, just about. And they had some minimal leases left. I'm not sure what the investments are. I think that might be just treasury stock. However, the main thing is they got 1.1 million in cash. And no liabilities. Everything's paid off. So basically, even going back 5 years ago, they were basically a shell company with just 1.1 million. And well, it's kind of interesting. They went from 3.5 million to 1.1 million. So they were burning about a million or two or so a year. Oh, wait, they did 2018. They did have some minimal leases and revenue, but they were losing all kinds of money on it. So I don't know at this point if there's anything left of the company. And again, I tried to see if I got another. See if I got another annual report from them. Nope. I asked for an annual report for 2019, and I haven't gotten that. It's really too bad. I liked them as a company. At one point, I owned a number of shares in them. Let's see. What do we got? How long? I've been going live 13 minutes. I don't know. I don't really. I'm kind of like exhausted, kind of out of sorts. I don't know. Driving around today, ears all blocked up. I'm going to cut it a little short because I seem to be just. I got to prepare a little more material for next week. Well, next week actually I'm going to be away, so there's going to be a delay. I won't be. So not the 7th, but the 14th I'll be doing broadcast 4. So again, just keep an eye on the Verizon shares, and keep steady with the theta wheel. And as the weeks go on and the premium build up, it will turn into one of your better trades. Good night and good luck.